got offered a position to go out to California to do some songwriting. And my mom pulled me off to the side. She was like, well, I don't want you to go, but do be careful of them California girls because they are all over niggas. You know these hoes are very treacherous. I be telling the Akim that these hoes are promiscuous Christian bitches. You know what I'm saying?
Slut monkeys.
For real. And they don't give
almighty
a fuck.
thoughts.
They almighty thoughts. They really don't care. They just they want dick, they want the money, and they want the fucking everything that comes with it.
They don't want the kid.
They don't want the kid.
Right, that's bargaining.
That's funny, because one of my boys in the world, he just had a kid. And his sister came up to the shop last night, and she was telling me, like, that his baby mama don't even fuck with him. Like, I remember when they used to be cool as fuck when they was together and they didn't have a child. But after they had the child, she don't really be talking about the child. She don't be talking about him.
That happens a lot in Israelite households. After the child is born, it's very common for Israelites, for either the father, he'll separate, that's going back to the curses of Deuteronomy. You won't have the like the actual curses, how the father would leave the home, and then also the woman. Now that the child is born, I'm not a woman, so I don't know why they start to do that, but there's just different feelings toward each other. The woman, she'll get disenchanted or whatever, she'll start treating the man differently. She'll either take the child and leave, or she'll just flat out leave.
Yeah, because the sister said that she be putting, the baby mama be putting more pictures of her ass on social media than her child.
Yeah, that's evil.
Right, and also too, they blame it. I think like postpartum, like depression, something like that. When if they had the kid, it's just you. First, I remember like there's you will see like a fine chick, and she always blessing and smiling at you. Then all of a sudden she got a bubble in her stomach. Then she she lost all her confidence, stuff like that, because her confidence. Right. So. And then she get mad and jealous because she feel like her baby daddy, he got all free reign to go and do whatever he want to do, and she got to be stuck here. And she found out that it's not easy finding babysitters, and then she want to tell her mom that she going to the store real quick, but she ain't really going to the club and leave the child there for like 8 hours, when she was only supposed to leave it there for 2 hours.
She said thought about that before she spread her legs. What's it on? This subject. All right.
This is Book of Sirach, chapter 25, verse 19. All wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Let the portion of a sinner fall upon her.
And hey, well, that's why what happened to Samson, happened to him. He really should have been dealing with heathen women in the first place. But ultimately, all these women out here, except for the ones that are following the truth according to the scriptures, which is not many. We ain't gonna rag on sisters that might be in the truth sincerely, studying and learning, if y'all out there. But for the most of them that are in the world, and even some that are in the truth that are still wicked, this is they're sinners, and they'll be given to a wicked dude, and then everybody's have a wicked, deadly day. Yeah.
Verse 21, stumble not at the beauty of a woman.
Yeah, that's what kept happening to Samson. Each time he ran into him, and if you read it, they would die. The first one he had, the Philistine woman, if I remember correctly, correct me if I'm wrong, she got burnt up as her and her father. Her also got burnt up as punishment to Samson after he killed those 30 men. So then he went and found another one. He found the harlot. Pretty sure if this harlot isn't Delilah, something happened to her. Is her name Delilah? Wait a minute. He came afterward. He loved the woman. So he ran through different women. So this harlot is different from Delilah.
Right.
Yeah. So he ran through. Something happened with that harlot. He ran and popped that. He couldn't contain himself. Then he ran into Delilah. So he stumbled at the beauty of the women. He kept getting effed up. But the Lord set him up to get that captivity off of us. But then after that, he was disposed of.
And women know, like a real powerful person, a guy that she really wants. She gets all dialed up and stuff like that. If you look at.
Oh, hold on.
It's like.
I'm gonna let you finish.
But if you look, like, let's say, like you got all these like gold digging TV shows like Love and Hip Hop and stuff like that. Now, if you look also in the world, you'll see like a lot of like dykes, tomboyish, some that even go both ways. And one thing about bitches when they want like a powerful man is they don't dress like tomboys. They dress like high class, high heels. They dress as feminine as they can. So this was a woman, because the woman knows that's how you get caught by her beauty.
They put in some Summer's Eve.
Right.
Hold on.
Right. She ain't gonna put like Jordans on and some a tank top. If she really want to attract a guy like that.
I'm a
Is that the same surah? Same scripture?
No.
What's you going to?
We're going to chapter 26. Now I'm gonna jump back. This is chapter 26 of the book of Sirach. This is verse 9. The whoredom of a woman may be known in her hardy looks and eyelids.
So her makeup. You can look at a woman and tell what her entire life is focused on.
But to jump back at verse chapter 25, verse 21, stumble not at the beauty of a woman, and desire her not for pleasure. The woman, let me jump down to verse 23. A wicked woman obeyeth the courage, maketh an heavy countenance of a wounded heart. A woman will not comfort her husband in distress, make it weak hands and feeble knees.
And that's what ultimately, when you're reading through, that's what was happening to Samson. Those women weren't helping him. When he was being distressed by those dudes with that riddle, she went and increased in it. She went and gave them the answer. And then also with Delilah went and gave out his secret. So in times of affliction, the women aren't going to help you out. They'll just make shit worse for you. A wicked woman, I'll say, a wicked woman. A righteous woman, the few that are out there, she might help a little, but a wicked woman ain't going to help you.
No righteous woman.
Yeah, that's why I said if they're out there.
Yeah. No righteous woman.
Verse 24, of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die.
Yep, so that is what it is. Which is true. We come from these women and we die. We sin as we're here, so, and then Eve back in the garden. It's all her fault. But I'm going to continue on with this. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, this is Judges. This is Judges 16, starting from verse 1. No, I'll start from verse 2 where I left off. And it was told the Gazites, saying, Samson is come hither, and they compassed him in, and laid wait for him all night in the gate of the city, and were quiet all the night.
So they was trying to ambush him. They was waiting, plotting, scheming.
Saying, in the morning, when it is day, we shall kill him. Verse 3. And Samson lay till midnight, and rose at midnight, and took the doors of the gate of the city, and the two posts, and went away with them, bear and all, and put them upon his shoulders, and carried them up to the top of a hill that is before Hebron.
Now, in the ancient times, cities, were like, separated. Like if you look at like cities now, like let's say, let's say L.A. or Inglewood and another neighboring city. They're not. You can just cross. Cities back then sometimes they were separated by gates. Like walls. So you couldn't just walk inside the city.
Like a better to reference it today. I'm gonna cut you off. It'd be like apartment duplexes. A lot of apartments you have to have a code to get in there, and they're barred and fenced, so you can't just travel and cross into them freely.
Right, Con. So he took the actual gates, so because the gates is where you enter through. He actually took the gates off, and he actually carried them. So they had to be big because to keep people out. So he basically carried them. Go ahead.
You don't miss
verse 4. And it came to pass afterward that he loved a woman in the valley of Sorek, whose name was Delilah. So this is his third woman that was in Judges so far that he ran through, women that he kept getting deceived by. Verse 5, and the lords of the, you know what, we'll get to this. Okay.
Can you get to the part where basically, asked where he had stripped wherever?
Yeah, when he got his haircut. Okay, alright, this is let's see. So basically, because I'll start straight at the point. The Philistines, because they wanted Samson dead, so they kept going to Delilah. They was like, find out what his secret is, find out why this man is so powerful. And to discover unto us his weakness. So she kept asking until she got the answer, and that's about to go into it.
And people do that today. You know, like drug dealers, they'll have a woman go to, you know, another drug dealer house, you know, and all sweet talk them, you know, have sex with them, you know, after he's done, he's tired, and then they'll go in and rob them. You know, they have, you know, they use bitches all the time.
Or they even put it in kids movies and kids shows to simulate the same thing. Like, I don't know if you guys remember Good Burger, but when Mondo Burger sent in that Sheetamite bitch Roxanne to go over there and sweet talk him to what the secret formula was to the Good Burger sauce. You know, this is a small example, but same principle. Niggas do use bitches to find out what their secret is and try to deceive them using the craftiness of a woman.
Going back to what brings up with Sirach, you know, how they are. But this is verse 10. And Delilah said unto Samson, Behold, thou hast mocked me, and told me lies. Now tell me, I pray thee, wherewith thou mightst be bound. So this is her trying to figure out his secrets. He told her a lie two different times.
This is just goes to show that it's okay to lie to your woman. You know, you can't just go and just tell her the truth like you know about everything.
So I'm gonna jump down to the main point, which she finally told him the truth. Okay, yeah. So she told her another lie. So this is after this is right here. When he tells her the truth. Okay, yes, I'll start from verse 15. And she said unto him, How canst thou say I love thee when thine heart is not with me? Thou hast mocked me these 3 times, and hast not told me wherein thy great strength lieth. And it came to pass, when she pressed him daily with her words, and urged him, so that his soul was vexed unto death, that he told her all his heart, and said unto her, There hath not come a razor upon mine head, for I have been a Nazarite unto the Most High Power in my mother's womb. If I be shaven, then my strength will go from me, and I shall become weak and be like any other man. And when Delilah saw that he had told her all his heart, she sent and called from the lords of the Philistines, saying, Come up this once, for he has showed me all his heart. And the lords of the Philistines came up unto her and brought money in their hand. So she got paid off to figure out his weakness, and then later on they cut his hair off. They take him into captivity in one of their strongholds, and they put his eyes out. I'm gonna jump down to what he did after that. One of the last miracle he did right before he died. So he gave his secret unto her, and that ultimately that's what led to his weakness. He kept doing it. He kept giving these women strength over him. Oh shit! What's that one scripture? Don't give me your strength. I can't remember where it is on top of my head. Yeah, you know. So he kept giving away his strength, and eventually led to his downfall. So I'm gonna continue on.
He said he's on his way though.
I'll start from verse 24. This is when they had him in the house of Dagon, and they was all doing their heathenistic party and shit. Same chapter 16, starting from verse 24. And when the people saw him, they praised their God, for they said, Our God hath delivered into our hands our enemy, and the destroyer of our country, which slew many of us. And it came to pass, when their hearts were merry, that they said, Call for Samson, that he may make us sport. And they called for Samson out of the prison house, and he made them sport. And they set him between the pillars, so they made him like a fucking jester. Yeah. Verse 26. And Samson said unto him, the lad that held him by the hand, said unto the lad that held him by the hand, Suffer me that I may fill the pillars whereupon the house standeth, that I might lean upon them. So he asked his captor to put him against the wall because he couldn't see because his eyes were put out.
That was a stupid ass little kid.
Yeah, well, because he's like, all right, I'm gonna take this shit out, but he had to be slick. Verse 27. Now the house was full of men and women, and the lords of the Philistines were there. Oh, okay. And all the lords of the Philistines were there, and there were upon the roof about 3,000 men and women that beheld while Samson made his sport. And Samson called unto Yahweh Bashim Yahushai and said, O Yahweh Bashim Yahushai power, remember me, I pray thee, and strengthen me, I pray thee, only this once, O Yahweh, that I may be at once avenged of the Philistines for my 2 eyes. Going in again. You know, he wanted revenge for getting his eyes put out against the heathens.
Right, he wasn't talking about let's love and forgive everybody, stuff like that.
Verse 29. And Samson took hold of the 2 middle pillars upon which the house stood, and on which it was borne up, the one with his right hand, and of the other with his left. And Samson said, let me die with the Philistines. And he bowed himself with all his might. The house fell upon the lords and upon all the people that were therein. So the dead which he slew at his death were more than they which he slew in his life.
Right, so that's an example of spiritual power right there. You know, the Most High gave him that spiritual power in that hour. And he came and, you know, he used his strength and he basically killed, you know, he said he killed more in his death than he did in his life.
And he said he took the 2 pillars and he bowed down to rip them down. So like it's a good example, if you've ever seen at a gym the cable fly equipment, the 2 strings, the handle here and the handle there, and you pull them in, and that's basically what he did to the towers. He grabbed them and he kneeled down and